Do you like your freedom? Do you not like it when someone tells you what to do with your money? Well, it's time to pay attention. I will be recording a new Friday Night Truth or Cast episode tomorrow, and I would love to answer your questions that you might have about CBDCs. If you have been hearing this more, they are coming right around the corner, and they're not good. It is time to be concerned. Listen to this.
Notice what he said here. There could be some socially beneficial outcomes, preventing activity which is seen to be socially harmful. Well, as we've all seen of late, what was thought to be, let's just go back 2 years ago. It could have been seen to be socially harmful if you weren't wearing your mask appropriately. Camera on the street sees you with your mask down below your nose. Uh-oh, your digital currency gets turned off because the facial recognition technology identifies that it's you. That was socially harmful activity. Oops. 2 years later, it's discovered that that wasn't actually socially harmful, but the people in charge thought it was, or pretended it was. Whatever the story is, we all know how this can go. If anything, coming out of COVID and the draconian, authoritarian instincts, responses, and overwhelming just crushingness of the media and the bureaucrats coming together to destroy freedoms tells me everything I need to know about how a digital currency is going to actually be operated by the keepers of the system. So, going down here then, let's see, logical possibilities including programming, okay? Effectively allowing a party in the transaction, such as the state or an employer, to control how the money is spent by the recipient, end quote. An employer, imagine that. Imagine your employer says, hey, look, Chris, effectively allowing a party in the transaction, such as the state or an employer, to control how the money is spent by the recipient, end quote. An employer, imagine that. Imagine your employer says, hey, look, Chris, we've been examining your purchases lately through your Amazon downloads and also through your local shopping at the food store, and we've decided that you eat too many peanuts, and peanuts have a bad ESG score. They emit 0.03% more carbon than walnuts. So your money, we've programmed your money very helpfully to increase our company's ESG score. So from now on, you can only buy walnuts. Won't work for peanuts. What a mess, right? I mean, that's where we're going with this. Carrying on in green, quote, one potential use could be control over benefits payments, said Sandra Rowe, chief executive of the Global Blockchain Business Council. She compared...
So, do you see what I mean? I do believe that it would be wise and prudent for us to not scoff this off and think, oh, they're not going to do that. It's happening. Larry Fink, the guy who runs BlackRock in the WEF, and his mouthpiece Charles Schwab literally talk about pushing CBDCs already. So, it's time to wake up. It's time to spread the good word. It's time to help others become aware of this before our money is completely taken control of. Just like the media airwaves, because who controls the narrative controls the people. And so, just like, what was his face, man? I forget that guy's name. That quote that's like, let me control the money and I need not control the government, or I don't need the government, something like that, right? If you remember that one, comment that below or something like that. Anyway, got your questions yet? Drop your questions in the comments below, or if you like, shoot me a call and we could answer your questions tomorrow when I'm recording the episode.